what I'm about to tell you, a lot of people would consider extreme, but I promise you, if you do these things, you will raise children who do not fight with one another, or you will get your children to stop all the bickering, fighting, and arguments. So, number one, starting from when my children were very young, I would guide their conversations. Even if your children are 3, 4 years old, up to 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, you need to guide their conversations. What does that mean? Teach your children how to talk to one another. In some of your cases, your children have been talking so nasty to each other for so long, they really don't even know how to talk. Guiding conversations is extremely time consuming, but the payoff is so high. So what does it mean to guide a conversation? Tell your children what to talk about. When we are in the car, I say, hey, why don't you ask your sister what her dream home would be? Good. Now you ask your sister what her dream home would be. And it seems silly, but over time they develop a whole purse full of options of things to talk about that are kind. I notice that with siblings who argue and fight a lot, when I tell them this, when they come to our house and I'm like, okay, say something, ask your sibling about their dream home, or ask your sibling what they want to be when they grow up, or ask your sibling what they thought about this TV show. They find it very awkward to talk nicely with their sibling. So try that today. In many cases, some of you may have to guide every single conversation. It may be a matter of saying, do not talk to each other unless I am there. The second thing you have to do is turn off any negative media that shows a poor sibling relationship. There are so many TV shows where the siblings constantly disrespect one another and put each other down. And I think these shows are written like that because they don't have a good story to tell, so they just make everything so outrageous. Another problem is a lot of you are letting your children watch shows that are not for children. They're for tweens and teens. I saw a show on Netflix the other day. It was rated G, but it said, Charlie is such a jerk. I hate having a kid sister. What? No, absolutely not. There's even a lot of that in Ivy and Bean, which is a popular show right now with my kids. And now that they're older, I allow them to watch it and we have conversations about that sibling relationship in there and how that's kind of not what we do. But if your children especially are younger and developing, or if you're having issues, no, absolutely no media where siblings are talking to one another like that, because what they hear and the things that they see become ingrained in their minds. I also would say turn on positive shows that show, or music that show a sibling bond that is positive. My girls love this song called Winter Fun at the Mountainside by American Girl. It's on YouTube. And here are the lyrics. Their sister heart is winning. Corinne is beaming. Her sister Gwen is by her side, always having good times here at the mountainside. When her sister Gwen puts her skates on, Corinne will cheer. This friendship's built to last. Their sister heart is winning. There's no better feeling. Sisterhood is beaming bright on the mountainside. Corinne says, go, go. Her sister brain is saying, you can do it, sis. And it's so funny because around the time they started listening to that song, they both started saying, oh, we have sister brain. It was the cutest thing. And also a lot less stressful than hearing them say anything else. Okay, so look up that song. The live action movie with Corinne and Gwen, it's all about this sibling fight that they have. So I would not recommend it if your kids are not yet mature enough to see something like that and not repeat it. And the next thing would be never compare your child to another child. Don't compare your children. So many parents do this. And so I guess it's considered extreme not to compare your children. You're breeding contempt around them. I think a lot of parents do this out of anger and frustration when one child will act in one way that you like, and so you'll tell that other child, see how she does it? Why can't you just do it? She gets up every morning and she does this and she does this, and you're just sitting around. Well, first of all, you don't even make sense because they're two separate people. You're comparing apples to oranges. Unless they are twins, they have different DNA. And even if they have the same DNA, they have different lived experiences. They have different brains. So people are going to act different from one another, and you can't punish them for that. So please don't do that. It's so unnecessary. I don't even know why people do that. It's one thing to encourage your child or to appreciate what one child is doing and to model that by saying like, wow, so-and-so, you got up and you got dressed. Really good job. Other child, get up and get dressed, okay? That's it. So they just simply maybe don't receive the praise. You don't need to put them down by telling them that the other child is doing more than them. Also, never punish one child for being mean to another. I know, it sounds crazy, right? But what has that punishment actually done for you in your household? It doesn't do anything. It's just a cycle that keeps going and they keep doing the same thing to one another. They hit, you're punished. Okay, they're back again, hitting again. Obviously, that's not working. Here's what to do instead. I use restorative justice. It's hard to do at first. It's extremely time consuming, but it works. And I learned about restorative justice when I was teaching in a school where the principal really wanted us to use it in an environment where the children were just fighting all the time. And it worked in my classroom. It doesn't work in some classrooms because the teachers don't implement it because they don't believe in it. But if you go look up restorative justice in terms of family and children, and I think you're going to like what you see. So the basics of it is we try to make the situation right as opposed to punishing someone. So imagine someone takes someone's candy. Will come, each person will tell their side. Okay, they took my candy. The other side maybe I didn't know it was yours, or I don't know, I just really wanted the candy. We'll see. We both sides say what happens, and then we ask the person who is the victim what needs to be done in order to make this better. And a lot of times they don't know, and that's why this process takes a long time. It could be, well, please don't take my candy in the future, and that's it. Like, that is enough. Having to come in and have that healing circle is enough for that other child to say, you know what, we're gonna have to go through this whole healing circle, and in the end they're going to just keep asking me to not take their candy or to not hit them or whatever it may be, so I'm just not going to do it. It really does work, and I think it pushes kids to solve their own problems. And over time, you will see kids starting to call their own restorative justice or healing circles. I saw that in my classroom, and I saw it at home when kids started to say, okay, let's talk about it. What happened from your perspective? Okay, now I'll tell you what happened from my perspective. Okay, here's what we can do to make this better. So I know this is not a deep explanation on restorative justice and restorative practices, but hopefully you can look that up separately. Hopefully that's enough to just kind of pique your interest and just let you know that obviously punishing is not working. Again, it's extreme and it is a lot of work. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of active parenting, but it works. And then finally, kids need to have bonding experiences together, especially if your children have been mean and nasty to each other for a long time. They've been practicing being mean to each other for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. They've been practicing that. And so now they also need to practice how to be kind to one another. So you need to set up times when they can bond and create positive memories, because they have so many negative memories. For each negative memory, you need to have like 10 positive memories of someone, right? So you want kids to be able to quickly list off things fun that they've done with each other. If you ask two of your kids who go at it the most, what do you like about this person? Or what have you guys done fun together? And they don't know, that's a problem. So here are some ideas that you can get started just tomorrow. Just make sure that you are facilitating this so that everything is fair and there are no arguments. So, also keep it fun. Like, you can't say, go clean up your room with your sibling. No, that's not fun. Make it fun. Make them cook a meal for the family together, do a science experiment together. They could bake cookies together. They could go on a scavenger hunt around the house. You can take them to a secret hideout or a location that they only them know about, right? You can do a grown-up task together. So for the younger kids, this can be like returning a library book. For teens, it could be figuring out how to mail a package at the post office. So give them something to do together. You could roast marshmallows in the oven, sit around it like a little campfire and chat. You can make up an inside joke that only your family knows about. So they have something positive to say, like, oh yeah, that's our family's little inside joke, and be really explicit with them. Sometimes you have to spell it out for kids. You have to make it a little extra, like, don't tell anyone about our little family code. You can get pom-poms and cheer each other on at the next sporting event, or you can make up your own game and have your own game night going on at home. You could build a flower bouquet from outside or the store together, and have the kids do that together and put it on the table for dinner. That way you start a conversation. Oh, who picked the flowers? Oh, it was these two, or it was those three. Okay. So you slowly work your way up to activities where children are required to work together to accomplish a goal. You don't want to put two kids who have been like battling it out together right away, or like, hey, you guys do a 3-legged race. No, they don't even want to touch each other. Start slowly and then build up. So that's all I have for you today. I'm curious, what are some ways that you or your parents developed a sibling bond in your household? And if anything today I said struck a nerve, let me know.